Okay, everybody, this is 259B3. These tend to be the older tracked models with the dozer undercarriage on it. They're in the ESV. This is how to lift a cab on one of these cat skid steers. Okay, so first of all, your cab's going to be down in its normal position. When you come into your cab and you look up underneath here, there's going to be two bolts, okay? And there's going to be a hole that sits up there with the rubber bushing, okay? It is it's a 15/16 socket that you got to get up in there. And when you undo it, what you'll see come out of it is you'll see this nut, the washer, and this rubber grommet, okay? That rubber grommet comes out. It can get lost again up there in that hole, so you want to make sure that you pull it out when you undo it. And same thing on this side. So these studs right here, let's see, this bolt right here has a little contraption the cat designed. It's kind of nice, makes it nice. You only need a socket down here on the bottom. This part goes right up here inside your cab, okay? So your cab, I can't see it very well, they have them slits in there, and these bolts will come from the top down, okay? So sometimes this happens. I've had this happen to me. Sometimes this, with the cab on here, gets seized inside this rubber grommet, okay? And it's a whole rubber grommet that your cab sits on to help limit the vibration in your cab. This right here has a steel ring inside of it, and it can get seized inside of this. So I recommend, if you ever open the cab up to do any work on your hydraulic hoses or your pumps or anything like that, I recommend always putting anti-seize on this bolt here and also where the nut is. Anti-seize those up good. This is a rubber grommet. If that sometimes will pop out entirely and it'll be left stuck up here on that cab, it's okay. If this does get seized, it just makes them a little bit harder to get back down. Ideally, you want to see that grommet left here on your frame. If it pops up with your cab, just a little bit more work to push that back down in the hole and seats. It's kind of hard to even pull out. I'll just show you what it looks like. There it is, okay? And sometimes that can get seized on that bolt. But that's okay. If it does go up, you might have to have somebody up on your cab help you step on it or push your cab down if that does get seized in there. So that's how you lift your cab. Another thing you want to make sure, sometimes these gas rams will go out. If the assisted lift rams, these little gas spring assisted lift rams go bad, this cab can be very heavy. So you might want a crane or something to help you lift the cab up. When that cab comes up, make sure that this lock right here, it's a locking mechanism, so if you're in there when this cab falls, it does not kill you. It holds the cab up in position for you. When you are ready to bring the cab down, you have to pull this in, and that right there will slide into this hole. As it comes down, you have to make sure that locking mechanism has been released, and you have to pull it down. The assists do a pretty good job of keeping it up for you. But if they're bad, again, you'll have to lift the cab up, take this, move it out, lower the cab down, okay? So that's it for lifting the cab on a cat skid steer. This is the older style. This is the square, I like to call the square cab style. And you'll see these on the 259Bs. You'll see this, they changed this on their C models. So the Charlie models, you'll no longer see these cabs, or the Ds. The Ds will have them external, and they'll sit right here. And they're all external, and they're really a lot easier to deal with than these older ones. But still, not very hard. Get that cab lifted up and put it back down, fairly easy. The next video I'm going to be making is how to reseal these these cab pilot lines. So how to reseal these poppet valves on your hydraulic handles. How to reseal and clean all that up so you don't have this ugly mess every time you get into your machine, or your operators get in their machine, it just makes a mess out of everything. You rub your legs with oil all over them. So the video I'll be doing after this one, stay tuned for that, is how to reseal all this and clean all this up completely. Thanks guys. If you have any more questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section, or give me a thumbs up, and like and subscribe. Thanks.